Hello, this is Bruce of Lord Fafnir and Spawn Psychic Readers, and welcome to a new feature that we're going to be displaying on the site. This is something that I call Messages in the Music. Now this is a bit similar to our daily draw, where Red or I pick one card from the Dragon Tarot to give a short general aura reading of the day for everybody. However, for this feature, we're not going to be using cards. Instead, we're going to be using something that's called clairaudience. Now, clairaudience means clear hearing, and it's defined as the ability to perceive sounds or words from outside sources in the spirit world. Those who are clairaudient can hear voices, sounds, or music that are not audible to the normal ear. Now, one of my gifts is that I am a clairaudient, and while I can hear voices from time to time, I most often receive messages through music. In many personal readings I have done, I will hear a tune or a fragment of a song that is carrying a message that I am to relay to the person receiving the reading. Now, I am a lover of music in general, and it has been one of my lifelong passions. I'm also a musician, having played several instruments while growing up, and I formed my own a cappella singing group some 14 years ago. I'm also gifted with a great memory that carries within it thousands of songs and musical tunes. So I guess I receive clairaudient messages in the form of music, as that form will be the easiest for me to recognize. So, why are we doing this new feature? Well, because like our daily tarot draw, we have messages to share with you. I am receiving messages from music in my head, and I believe these messages are not just for me, but for everyone. And like the daily tarot draw, the musical message is going to have a different and individual meaning to each and every one of you. Sometimes it's going to be a nice general aura, and sometimes it will strike a nerve deep within you. Now, the messages we'll be sharing have taken themselves in the form of lyrics of popular songs, so you will be hearing me sing these to you. As a lover of popular music through the generations, I have a mental library of songs that extends essentially the full gambit of the rock and roll era that people say began in like 1955. And while some of this music predates my own birth, I have been told this music is a past life connection. I do have the deepest connections with songs from my youth and my younger adult life, that being from the mid-1960s into the 1990s. So that is most often the source of the musical message I will hear. Again, it is a form that the spirit guides know I will easily recognize. And while I admit to having less familiarity with popular music of, say, the last 20 years, Red's going to be there to help me with that and any messages that can be found in the more recent popular music. So, since this is the first of what will be many messages in the music videos, this lengthy explanation was to, well, set the stage for you. So let's get to the message for today. Now, today's message comes from a song written and sung by Sting. You may remember him as the former lead singer of The Police. This song comes from the mid-1990s, and it's called If I Ever Lose My Faith in You. Now, the refrain of the song has been rattling around in my head for several weeks now. Mind you, I haven't heard the song in over 10 years. I also never knew the full lyrics of the song until I recently looked them up. Yet that refrain just keeps playing in my head over and over again. If I ever lose my faith in you, there'd be nothing left for me to do. Now, the song verses refer to how the singer has lost faith in science, religion, politicians, and, well, frankly, society in general. But if I ever lose my faith in you, there'd be nothing left for me to do. If I ever lose my faith in you, there'd be nothing left for me to do. So now, who is the you referred to? Now, Sting on purpose never answers that question in the song. When once interviewed about that song, he says he left the interpretation to the listener. You could refer to a specific person, such as a lover or special friend. You could refer to a concept or a belief fundamental to your own spirit. Or you could refer to yourself. I can tell you how the song affects me personally. First off, I really enjoy the melody that goes with the words. And while the music during the verses is, well, more or less in a holding pattern, The music changes abruptly during the refrain and gives me an uplifting feeling, along with the knowledge that it will be up to me to take action. And the mixture of the words with that music are a perfect fit. So, who is the lyrical you for me? Well, reality, it's a combination. First, it refers to those who I love very dearly and who have been and continue to be an inspiration to me, especially to someone who helped me out when I was at one of the lowest points of my life. But it also does refer to myself. In these very difficult times we are forced to live in, I will not lose faith in myself. After all, if I don't have my own crap together, I'm not going to be much good to anybody else. But more importantly, what does this message mean to you? Now, every person watching this is probably going to have a slightly different answer, and no answer is wrong. Today, the general interpretation of the message is not mine to give, but for each of you to figure out on your own, as it is not a general message for all, but more likely a deeply personal one for each of us. Whether you are familiar with the song or not, I suggest that you listen to it using whatever music media you prefer. Just let the song wash over you and let your feelings come to the surface. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Please send us comments about this new feature as we plan to do a lot more of them. We won't do them every day, but I have several more musical messages in my head that will be coming out shortly. We'll be talking with you soon. Take care.